You're listening to the High Noon Podcast. Your host, Mason Smith.
All right, welcome to another episode of High Noon. Nicholas is dead. No longer a part of the pod.
He's a father.
I guess he's got to go be a dad for a few months or whatever.
Now he has to? His daughter's like 10 years old.
Well, she just came home. So, anyways, okay. I love you, Nicholas, and he will be back. But anyways, we got first-time guest JT Stockman and first-time guest Jessie Burlingame.
Whoop, whoop.
And we can all just watch Jessie squirm if Bill gets too close to him.
He decided to be dressed like an animal and didn't think the dog was
This is where the world finds out that I don't like dogs.
It's so strange. He's so cute.
I feel like I'm on a first date and I have to hide this. I ruined my chances with a girl like a month ago. It was our second time hanging out, and then she's like, let's go get my dog. Well, he'll hang out with us. We'll go bar hop with the dog. I was like, oh no, this is over for me.
Did you say no thanks?
No, I was like, oh, great. And then she immediately realized, she's like, you don't like dogs. I was like, it's not that I don't like dogs. I was like,
don't want to bar hop
with
dogs.
It is that you don't like dogs.
She was like, do you hate dogs? I was like, I don't hate dogs. She's like, you don't like dogs? I'm like, dogs are all right.
Dude, I look over earlier, and Bill is on top of Jessie, and he's like, dude, you got to get the dog.
I was like, we can't do this the whole podcast.
Can you put him in your room?
Put him in the yard. Let him run around.
He knows you're talking about him, too. He looks sad as shit.
It's a beautiful day out there.
So you might be the first person to ever reject him.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone else hugs him the whole podcast?
Yeah. Every time anyone podcasts here, they sit there, and he's just on them, and they're just like, oh.
Yeah, unless
so
you're
cute.
Unless you're Doug Allen. He'll bite your face off.
Is he in the shot? He's going to just look bummed out. Oh, okay, good.
You got to let him back in your lap so he can be in the frame.
It could be one of those like Sarah McLachlan commercials, just Jessie being a dick to animals.
It's Halloween. Today's Halloween.
I know.
This is going to come out in like a month, and everyone's going to be like, why is Jessie dressed like a dumbass?
No, this comes out Monday.
Oh, sick.
Still, it'll be looking fine. Yeah. I'm dressed casual. I'm dressed like a hick.
I didn't even realize it was Halloween when I woke up.
Dude, as you get older, no holidays matter anymore.
Yeah.
The only holidays that matter are like the 4th. Halloween does kind of matter if it's on a Friday or Saturday.
You're just going to name every drinking holiday. Go.
Pretty much. That's what you do as an adult. What, are going to celebrate Easter? What the fuck?
Dude, Christmas pisses me off because everything's closed.
Right. You have to plan ahead.
Yeah.
You don't like to do that.
No, I'm more of a last minute kind of guy.
You are organized. Let's get into Mason's favorite topic, Mason. You're organized and unorganized at the same time because you called me at 9 p.m. last night and said, hey, man, you're in my calendar. Did I book you on the podcast? And I was like, yeah, 24 hours ago.
Dude, he booked me like 3 weeks ago. And was like, we're going to have to miss it. We're going to have to miss it. We're going to have to miss it.
Well, things did keep coming up because like with Nicholas and the baby and everything, we kept having to like rearrange shit.
Nicholas and the baby, you got COVID. And then,
oh, dude, that pissed me off. Fucking Alan gave me COVID.
That was funny because the same night we shared a joint and he's like, I got COVID. I was like, son of a bitch. I don't want to have to call out a Lucy's.
He brought New York liberal COVID down here and infected you with it?
Yes.
Wow.
Mason doesn't have that strong conservative immune system yet, so he'll get there.
Dude, and my blood is tainted. I got the fucking, the old dirty fucking needle.
Right, same.
Yeah, I don't think
you got vaccinated?
No, don't say it. You can't say it.
Demonetized.
It's like Voldemort. You can't say it.
I did not.
He who shall not be named.
I can
There's
say
going to
it
be
all
a caption underneath the podcast now.
Yeah. Dude, whenever on Drooling Banjos, we talked about the water problem in Flint, Michigan, and it got a warning on our YouTube. It gave like what's it called?
Disclaimer?
A disclaimer, yeah.
About what?
About us, about like basically saying they don't know what they're talking about.
Because it was the health and well-beings and stuff like that.
Do people think that didn't happen?
No, they do the same thing. If you talk about COVID, they have to put a disclaimer. This goes over medical or some other topics that you are not professionals in, or maybe you are, but these fuckers are not.
No, not at all. And all we were doing was just talking about how shitty the water is in Flint.
It's still bad.
But anyways, so JT fucking built me this awesome fucking frame right here. Look at that thing.
That's right. And for all your viewers too, you guys, anyone's more than welcome to message me. I like to build shit. I won't build you a house, but I'll build you a fucking frame or a coffee table. That's a gun cabinet.
Dude, did you show Jessie the camper?
Oh,
The-
no,
the-
I think no, I did. I showed you the back of it, didn't
Dude,
I?
we got to
No.
put that in the. Would we be able to put that in the video in the podcast? Like in post maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, background for everyone. Yeah, a year ago I moved into a 26-foot toy hauler RV. The reason I did that is because I sell mini split AC units, and our fourth biggest buyers are RV parks. Trying to do comedy and mini splits fucking sucks, so I figured why not converge the two. And I told my buddy, hey, what if I just bought an RV, turned it into a mobile stage, and sold RV shows or comedy shows to RV parks? And like, fuck t-shirts, let's sell mini splits. One mini split sells better than 500 t-shirts.
What is a mini split?
A mini split
AC.
is a heating and cooling unit that is energy efficient, cost effective. Fuck that. We're not going to go down that.
You know, it's the ones that are up at the ceiling.
Yes.
Ah,
They're
okay.
across-
They're real
the way.
popular in Australia and
They're popular-
in the South.
They're popular everywhere except America. They've been around for like 30 years.
Yeah,
America's
Carrie has
the
one in
last
her
country
house.
to get on this. Carrie does?
Yeah. But she's in Jersey because they don't have like
We might have
central-
installed that one.
Yeah, they don't have central up. No one really has central AC there.
Well, and it varies on location too, but so I'll show you the photo right here,
So
Jesse.
you drive around with a 26-foot.
Toy hauler. That's why you think I got that big ass truck.
I haven't seen your.
That's
truck.
what I did to the back of it though.
That's inside the trailer.
No, that's the back of
Isn't
it.
that
It's-
cool?
Whoa.
Isn't
That's
that
like a
fucking
mini
cool?
fold-out amphitheater. You can see it too, Bill. Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude, that thing's sweet. I
Wait,
can't-
do you have an iPhone? I got a Galaxy. I don't know if I can drop it.
Oh yeah, loser.
Fuck y'all.
Ah, he's got a Galaxy.
This shit's still annoying. The only time a man or anyone should be talking about those green text messages is if it's a fucking girl. Like,
No, and
you
by
got
the
those
way,
green
I
bubbles.
only am making fun of you because I just now got an iPhone. So
I'm just not a fan of iPhone. Once you get accustomed to one thing, you're kind of just with it because you know how it functions and works.
I'll tell you
iPhone-
this: my iPhone does piss me off often.
I only got one because I was breaking up with my girlfriend and I was like, I'm about to be single in 2020. I can't have green text messages.
Yeah,
You just want to like.
I can't hate
Facebook
dogs
messages?
and have green text messages.
oh
Instagram?
man. So by
Text
the
it to him after the pod.
do
Let's-
you-
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
you guys talk it out. Just here, just
do it later.
anything.
There you
So
go.
by the way, do you not like dogs? Were you attacked when you were in your youth?
I just have no experience with dogs.
You didn't grow up with dogs.
Did
No.
you have cats?
My dad got me 2 cats when I was 5. If he got me a
That's it.
dog, I'd be humping your dog right now. I'd be all over. I'd be making out with him. We'd be best friends.
Dude, speaking of humping, I don't know what his deal was. The other night, Keith Ray was here, and he kept
I
trying to
think
hump
that's the
Keith.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
He smells. He's like,
there's
this,
your problem right there.
this smells good.
JT, walk me through this frame. What's going on with it?
Where'd
you get the wood from? What'd you nail to it?
Oh, all right. So, the barbed wire was found around my house, but basically the wood and everything like that was just 1 by 2 inch trim, and then I did tried to do like a bourbon style stain with it by just mixing water and some other shit together, and then I
bourbon?
sanded it down.
Did you use
It
actual
looks like bourbon color.
Oh, okay.
No, it was like a maroon reddish sort of thing.
Ron Burgundy.
Well, and like here's the thing: as I'm building this, like, and
Are
then
there
I got
bullets on it?
oh yeah,
legit live
I can only
rounds.
see. I can only see the corners.
Legit
live
live
rounds.
rounds.
Mason's an OG. I knew to keep the gunpowder in there. All right. But and then Nick's Apaglia, the missing man. His have Glock 9 bullets on each corner.
Nice.
But dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I was done building it, I was putting in the flyer face down because it was tough to try and frame everything in right because
Yeah.
your lettering was literally a fraction of an inch from all the edges.
Right.
That was the toughest part.
I mean, it legitimately. It's like perfect.
Oh, when I was laying it flat on my lap, putting in the paper, and when I turned it up, I was like, "Holy fuck, this actually does go great!" Just because the colors went well with the trim.
It's fucking sick, dude. I fucking love it.
That's what I like.
Mason's gonna rail so much ketamine off that thing.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already, he's probably
yeah.
gonna chop out the gunpowder too and just cut it up.
I've actually, I've
gunpowder.
actually gone down to I only do K once a month now.
Really?
Yeah.
My
Because it was getting to where I wasn't getting the full experience.
Oh, you're on a
he
tolerance
was
break now.
building
Yeah.
up a tolerance to
Yeah.
horse tranquilizers.
That's a myth.
That's a myth.
It's not. That's not what it is. It is, dude. You know when they rescued all those little kids from the cave, they tranked them all with ketamine
I'm sure they had
to get them through the.
They
'cause
put
it
them
was-
in
they
a
would've
hole to get them
spat-
out of a hole.
Yeah, they put them in a hole to get them out.
That's interesting.
Yeah. There's a whole documentary about it.
The Chilean kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones caught in that cave that Seals had to go get, right?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of the Chilean miners.
Yeah. Yeah, these kids were also...
I mean, they were definitely, foreign.
They definitely were the Hispanic type.
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't. Yeah, they weren't white.
But they were
What that
saved.
ketamine was.
They were saved by some whites.
No, they were doing the liquid K. But it is crazy to think that.
The nasal K?
No, it was the intramuscular.
Oh, damn. They were shooting them up down there?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Well,
Yeah.
they had to drag them
'Cause
under
if
the
you-
water, and you don't want people to spaz out. You want to make them. You
Oh, you
have to
can't
get
have
'em-
the
Right.
powder would mix in with the water, yeah.
And,
Well,
and
not only that, it was just you don't want people. If anyone's not used to swimming under like
they would have
that,
panicked.
Yeah.
like, dude, have you ever had to wear one of those whole get up like scuba gear suits and everything?
No.
I didn't have to wear anything similar to that, but I had to be when I was on my ship back in the Navy. We had to do the firefighting things.
Mm-hmm.
They put a whole face type mask around you, and when you first breathe, you're surprised because there's no oxygen immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So when you inhale, the mask sucks to your face, and you can't breathe, and you instantly spaz out.
Oh, I've done a gas mask bong, and it was a similar
same.
thing. Yeah.
Did you do it? Did you do it?
You know what?
with-
I can relate to this.
Did you do that
experience.
on Stony Baloney?
No.
Oh, okay. That's where I did it.
My friend used to be a mechanic, and he was cleaning out some guy's car, and he had this like scuba type gas mask contraption, and he's like, "That looks cool. I'm gonna steal it and make a bong out of it."
Nice.
And then he had an acrylic bong that fit right into the end. There was like a little circle at the end.
Yeah, right.
So it's just a big like piece of like plexiglass with this hole on it, and he would just plug the bong right into it. But when you would hit it, it would suction to your face.
Yeah.
I got
And your
and then
eyes
as
would
you
turn.
and then as you try to go, like you're like, oh, I need to take a breath. You just get more.
Yes.
more
Yeah,
like,
you suffocate.
holy shit.
Dude, when I was 18, my first job, I worked in the paint department at this metal fab shop, and it was like August in Arkansas. It was probably 102 outside, and I had to wear a respirator, a whole hood
Mhm.
type thing that you're just in, like you can like look around in it, and I had to do an industrial strength sandblasting. It was
Yeah.
horrible, dude. And I was
I used to-
little at the time too, so it would almost like knock me over.
Just because of the
'Cause-
kickback?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
nuts.
Dude, no.
That was when I decided I should try to go to college. I was like, this sucks.
And then you welded for
And
11 years.
And yeah, and so I go to college for almost a semester, dropped out, hated it, and then just welded the rest forever.
See, but no, that's what people I think should start to focus more. You should, if you stuck with welding, Mason, you're a funny dude, but I think you get booked a lot more. All right.
If I welded,
If you have a trade to offer, like Exhibit A right here, made a frame,
Got
you're
her
on the podcast.
Nice.
Well, and not only that, I mean, like just having those building because everyone like in every comedy scene, we all have this almost the same shit. Like everyone's funny, and then some people produce,
I
some
wouldn't
people
say
market.
everyone.
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna say everyone because it's subjective. But
I've only gotten certain gigs in this town because I own a PA system and a spotlight.
that's it. It's just that extra.
Dude, I've
oomph,
gotten
like,
spots because I have a truck,
Oh, yeah.
and people ask me to help them move, and then they're like, I'll book you.
Did Lino ask you to help him move today?
That's the only reason I get booked at East Austin a lot is because I helped build. Like I was like everything above your head was pretty much done
You
by
installed
me.
the
Right.
split P or whatever it is?
I
split P
installed
suit?
the shades, the overheads. I also cleaned out their whole AC system and charged it back up because it wasn't cooling well enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
here's
pays
the thing.
to be handy for sure.
It pays to be handy, and a lot of the shit you don't do with expectations. Like I would, no doubt, I do this shit because I would like to get something in return. And frankly, I tell them I'm like, I've told people off the bat, like, hey, I give you my time, you give me yours. I don't need any money. Like, I like
Tips are welcomed.
tips are welcome, and I'm paying me back in material depending like shit like that. But
Tips and stage time, I'll take it all day.
dude, I mean, and working with proactive people too. Raza shut down the first house foreclosed or got.
Now, was that your doings?
What's that?
You didn't build something right up to code?
More so, I took some stuff out and it was definitely out of code. But that whole house,
I took
If-
the fire alarm and
Well,
the
like-
sprinklers out.
I took the fire extinguisher, threw that out.
we don't need this shit.
Yeah.
Come on now.
We don't need this
Who needs
hose.
a-
We get-
Nobody, there's no fires in Texas.
We're not going to be cooking on this stove. Let's just unplug this hose.
No, dude, but you saw that house. I told Raza the first day I was there, I said, buddy, this whole thing is a walking red flag. And he's like, are you serious? I was like, are you fucking serious asking me that? I
That
was
little
like,
trap house that they had?
I said, you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
an electrical panel box outside where people can just stick their hands
Wires
into
And
are
it.
it's
just
raining right now.
exposed.
And it's raining all the time. The foundation's cracked. The roof is leaking. I took out a wall that wasn't load bearing, and I'm saying that because a lot of people said it was.
And Ross
And
was
it was
like, yeah,
not.
but there's a stage right there.
And yeah,
There's a stage. I hated that light. That light,
Dude, no, but
it
I
was
love
so
that-
goddamn bright, you would be sweating up there.
but
The comedy club collapsed, so we had to shoot everyone up with ketamine to get it out of there.
Dude, I was there the day they were foreclosing on her. Not foreclosing, but shutting that shit down.
It was during South by, wasn't it?
The time when all those code inspectors are running like the fucking mafia, just hitting
Right.
people with fines. And they weren't even there for that house. They were for the red room next door, but that guy was closed because he knew the deal of it.
Yeah.
But all the lights on were over next door, so they popped in there and they're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?"
Yeah, they were like, "That's illegal. That's illegal. That's not up to code."
I got a call from Raza because I was out of town. He's like, "Yeah, we have 30 days to correct all these problems, or we're gonna get shut down." I was like, "All right, I'll be back in like 2 days. We'll get to it." He calls me the next day. He's like, "Hey, are you coming back today by chance? Because we have to just get this done so we can have a show tonight." I was like, "Yeah, I'll be there."
So they weren't even allowed to be in it.
Dude,
like when that was happening.
Nobody should have been allowed to be in it.
From the beginning.
From the beginning. The only people allowed to be in it were the squatters that were there before them. Like, that was it. And no, I went with it even though I knew it was that was a dam with a lot of holes in it. And because even the foundation, it was an old colonial home. It was cracked all along it. I was like, this could
Was
drop.
that a 1-bedroom house? Like, what was that before?
Yeah, it was a 1-bedroom house. The wall I broke down was in the bedroom and the living room.
Yeah.
And also the wine they were giving out apparently wasn't allowed either because fucking red tape.
Yeah, so whenever some of these show like the green room, for example, they do BYOB. Like you can like bring.
Where is the green room?
It's like it's a little north.
It's North Austin
yeah.
somewhere.
But is that just like a gray area?
You
just
can't charge for alcohol, but you can incentivize tips. But you also have to meet certain food and alcohol regulations and stuff like that.
Any place with weed in Texas is operating at a sketchy.
at a
Well,
weird gray area. Yeah.
If it's BYOB, yeah, there's nothing to it as long as it's a place that already doesn't serve alcohol. But if it doesn't serve alcohol, it's BYOB encouraged. You just can't distribute anything uncanned or alcoholic.
Right. Yeah, I like when I can just bring my own 6-pack of Miller Lite.
I prefer and not only that, you're gonna save more than spending at that bar. They sell those seltzers at the new one, and I was like, dude, you could buy a pack for $4. You don't have to pay for one can.
I did a brunch show there, and they just had a cooler for comics,
yeah.
and I got trashed at like noon on a
Yeah.
Sunday.
At which one?
Christy Vera's show.
Christy Vera's, yeah.
Yeah, I had fun, dude. That was a good show.
I didn't know she had a show there.
Yeah, it's fun.
I bombed, but it was
Oh,
cool.
you did? I had a good time, and there was quite a bit of people there too.
Have you ever been too fucked up to be on stage before at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you
to
mean,
where-
yeah.
we're all a part of it, but I just didn't want to feel alone, motherfuckers.
Dude, I once did 3 shows in a row at Vulcan. It was 2 back-to-back Best of Vulcans, and then my midnight show. And by the time I went up for the midnight show, I think I even only did like 4 minutes. I think I was like, I'm too drunk for public. I gotta get off here.
Were you on the clock too?
No, not that one. That one I
He
made
would have
sure
been fired for sure.
that one I made sure to take off because I knew I was going to be drinking from the 7 o'clock to the fucking midnight.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure they just
I mean-
let you have it off because they're like, he's going to get fucked up if he's
Did
on
you kick the
threes.
mic over that night? The mic stand?
I've never kicked a mic stand over.
Oh, no, wait. That was Sam Hunter.
Yeah, I've never done that. Dude, I've seen him.
I've heard stories.
Shit-faced.
I know when you're
stories.
drunk because you get quiet.
No.
Oh yeah, if I'm super drunk, I get quiet.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just lost.
And
in
then
the
he needs a
sauce.
Yeah, but I still always can function and look the same though.
Yeah.
Gets a little aggressive and wants to say crazy shit.
Don't bring that up.
I will talk about it later, but like, what about you've ever been
No,
like
you
too-
lose your sense of humor. You go, fuck
No.
you.
He doesn't.
You're a piece of shit. I'm like, yo, dude,
He
what?
doesn't lose his sense of humor. He only wants to say shit that he finds
Oh,
funny.
yeah, okay.
Dude, I love when I'm being drunk and I'll walk up to someone and be like, "What's up, stupid?"
Yeah. You should just go, fuck you. And I'm like,
What's up, bitch? Fuck you.
You piece of shit. To me, it's hilarious. Like I'm having a great time.
He's enjoying the hell out of his life.
But you know what? I've recently for the last few months I've been being really good about Ubering. If I know I'm gonna get drunk,
Oh, that's good. Yeah, when you're really drunk, you'll be like, "No, I'm driving," and we're like, "No, you're not."
Dude, were you there that night? I was pretty drunk, and everyone was leaving Vulcan. It was one of the nights that I wasn't working, and we all get done. And I think you were walking with Darian, but I drove by and was like, "What's up, guys?"
Oh, yeah.
And Darian apparently was like, "He's fucking drunk."
Well, yeah, we're like, yo, you're like, meh, meh, vroom. We're like, yo, I didn't know he was driving tonight.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he knew he was driving that night either.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, but
I left a comic's apartment the other night with another comic. It was like 5:30 in the morning, like the sun's coming up, and we're both hammered. And he's like, "Oh man, I gotta drive back to Riverside." And I was like, "You know what? I'll risk driving with you so I don't have to pay for an Uber right now."
yeah.
And we both I peed in the parking garage of this really nice apartment building.
Yeah.
And then he went across the street to like a church or something and peed over there. And then he's like, "Oh fuck, man, where's my car?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I think I'm parked." We were like way down West 6. He's like, "I think I'm parked on the east side." I was like, "Godspeed, buddy. I'm calling the Uber right now." And he's like, "I'm getting on a Lime scooter." I was like, "Yo, good luck.
Dude,
Nice
fuck.
knowing you." No, he texted me the next day and he's like, "Dude, I don't know how I got home." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I checked my debit card. Apparently I took a Lime scooter, got Wendy's."
Oh.
And then he's like, "I checked my phone."
backtrack.
He's like, "I called my old roommate from back home and talked to him for 45 minutes. I don't remember any of this."
That's a good night.
Yeah.
Especially if you make it and
You
everything's
made it home.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, who were you with?
Here, I gotta run to the
who
bathroom.
was it you were? Dude, you have got to. You're being really annoying, Bill.
See what I'm saying?
This is why I hate dogs.
See what I'm saying? Not me.
What is he doing?
Pissing.
You want to take
What's his fucking first time podcasting, JT?
Let's Rogan it. Just end the podcast.
Jesus. But who were you with? Someone had just gotten a car that didn't have a license plate on it, and y'all got pulled over. Wasn't that you?
No, I don't think so.
I thought that someone had bought this new car that you were with Dean. I thought.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that you?
Yeah, he got a 93 Honda Civic Del Sol,
Yeah.
which I love. Do you know what that is?
Are we able to look stuff up right now?
It's a tiny little 2-seater from the early 90s, like the late 80s, early 90s.
I didn't realize that you had this where we could look stuff up. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, I know that car.
Yeah, it's got target tops on it. You can take the whole roof off.
Yeah, dude, I've got a story about a target top.
It's got no back seats. But yeah, his is like a shitty blue one, like like that, but like rusted out. He got out some
And
guy.
I'm sure, and it's loud as fuck.
Yeah.
I bet.
It had the aftermarket CD player was not installed. It was like falling out, like the wires weren't
yeah,
even.
right.
halfway
Like someone
stolen and
stole.
someone was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it."
Yeah, I was like, this thing rips.
Dude, do you remember that? Stealing people used to steal
car-
radio.
people still do.
They used to make it where you would
take
pull
the
it out.
faceplate off,
Yeah,
or take the whole
faceplate.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude,
normally for like Jeeps and convertibles, you'd have you could like pull it out with you.
Right.
Dean was
look
like-
up Google a 1987 Toyota Supra.
but Dean was like,
I
"You
think
need
Bill's
a."
in
He's
his
like, "What are
way.
you doing? You want to go for a ride?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me a ride to Riverside." He's like, "I got you." And it's like I live on like a long dead end street. As soon as we pull onto my street, cops are behind us, and he goes, "Oh shit, man, this thing's not registered."
Yeah.
He's like,
It's
got all illegal-
Shit-faced.
so like you can roll down the back window. Like all the windows were completely illegally tinted. So he rolls down all of the windows. It has a sticker from like 4 years ago, from like 2020, and it's not insured. He's like, "I haven't got
course.
insurance, nothing." So the cop is like, "Yo, man, like, what's the deal?" He's like, "I just bought the car, like, just taking it home from the garage right now, just like dropping my buddy off." So the cop is like, "All right." Oh, and he hands him his license, and I guess he used to have a CDL or something.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
But they like clip the corner of it when you lose your CDL. So he's like, license looks weird.
Oh.
So yeah, so like
Everything's sketchy.
everything's wrong. Yeah,
But he wasn't drunk or nothing.
no,
Yeah.
not at all.
yeah,
So
that
the cop comes back, and he's like, "Man, you're so lucky. This guy still has it under his insurance."
Oh wow.
He's like, "Take it to get a sticker tomorrow. Put it under your name. Blah blah blah." And he's like, all right, thank you so much, officer. We ride away. He's like, white privilege, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Seriously.
let's go. He totally thought we were Mexican riding around in that thing.
Dude, so I used to have a 1987 Toyota Supra.
Nice.
It was a white one, just like that one there in the middle, but it had white rims on it.
Is it a 2-seater?
It had a back seat, but it had all blue interior.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was blue, and but mine was a 6-speed, I think.
Nice.
But it was that exact car right there.
I love that.
And it was awesome, but it was a Targa top. I don't think that. Yeah, that interior right there.
The blue cloth.
And it had
Those seats were comfy.
dude, the window buttons are right here, like in the console.
Oh,
but it looked that's exactly the car. And dude, this thing was awesome. And it was right when I discovered ecstasy. And it was in my first apartment.
That is an ecstasy dealer car, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
That is a triple stack Supra.
So I had just discovered ecstasy, and I had my first apartment, and it was the apartment that everyone hung out. It was a 1-bedroom in this apartment complex.
Yeah.
Spring Lake Apartments in Russellville.
Shout out
Spring Lake Apartments. It's where everyone's first apartment was always at Spring Lake. And dude, we were getting so fucked up that and this was when I worked at that metal fab shop when I was in the paint room.
Yeah.
And I would let my buddy Declan borrow it while I was at work. I would just let him go rip around in it and go like sell weed for me and shit.
Yeah.
And so we're all just getting fucked up. And he comes to pick me up from work, and he goes, "Don't be mad. I can't find the bolts to put the Targa top back on." And I'm like, "What do you mean, dude? Like, so now that's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got to figure this out." So a couple days ago,
you put the bolt in and like clip
so there
it on
was
or
like
something?
it was like a little clip that you would just put in,
Almost
Yeah.
like
like a pin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how it held in the Targa top.
Yeah.
But when you would take it off, this was a flaw in the design of this car.
Yeah, there's a reason
You
they don't
shouldn't
make it
have to
anymore.
keep up with something like that. It should just clip in, you
It should
know?
be attached.
So every time you would take it off, you would put the clips in the console. And so he didn't, and he lost them. And we couldn't find them. So a few days go by, and we just leave it off. You know, it's just a convertible now.
Mm-hmm.
And then one night, we're all like, let's fucking go smoke a blunt or whatever. Starts to rain. So I'm like, all right, let's just put the top on, and we'll just kind of drive slow, you know? So we're smoking, we're driving around. And then I go, all right, let's just hop on the highway. We're high, completely forgot that that's not bolted down. We go to get on the on-ramp. Getting up to about 60. Target top just flies off, and I'm like, oh no. So I pull over, and as I pull over, I'm like, I'm gonna go get it. A diesel runs it over. A big old semi truck runs it right over.
That happened to my friend Bill lost the roof of his Jeep like that on the highway. The whole fucking top of the Jeep.
Like a heavy top?
The hard top.
Oh, dude.
And just smashed.
Dude, I mean, it was devastating. I was just, But so cool, though, the headlights go up and down. They come up and down out of the car.
Oh, yeah, they pop up and stuff. Yeah.
And we'd be high as shit and just going down the road, and I would just make them go up and down. Just like, look at that. Oh man, I used to do such fucked up shit.
My friend Bill was like the guy with all the shitty cars like this. He had a '98 Honda
That's not
Accord.
shitty
No,
cars.
I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
You lost the roof. He had a '98 Honda Accord, which is like a mom car. It's
yeah.
It's a big
4-door.
It's a big, heavy 4-door sedan. Yeah. And
Dude,
he's like,
every teenager.
I'm
had
gonna
one.
make this a fucking
That was a starter
rally
car.
car. It's heavy as
Okay.
shit. He like broke the leaf springs on it or something. It would like jangle. Like you could hear him coming into
Jingle and jangle.
he lost some part in like the back suspension, so you just hear like ting 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 ting. We're like, oh, Bill's pulling up. He wouldn't even have to honk when you pull into your driveway. But you put like street glow underneath it.
Oh yeah.
And like the wires were all over the car. And he took off the the fucking the dash, like the whole dashboard, so he could paint it lime green.
Yeah, okay.
He was gonna do the whole car lime green.
He just got done watching Fast and the Furious, huh?
Dude, yeah, like
100%.
15
Yeah.
years too late.
100%.
Holy shit.
It was probably like 09, like 2010 or something. But so all of the street glow is illegal in Massachusetts.
What? Really?
Yeah, a lot of like car mods and stuff. A lot of car stuff.
They're
is
almost illegal everywhere where it snows and stuff like that. They don't want...
Massachusetts has crazy weird laws.
When I
Minnesota's
came to
the same
Texas,
setup. Like, you can't drive a Lambo through that state.
No,
Really?
Well, you're gonna
You're
wreck
gonna
it with the potholes. Anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck
Oh.
yourself up. But even like in cities and stuff like that too. But
But we were riding around smoking a blunt, and like I just like moved my foot the wrong way and hit the on switch for the street glow, and we had no idea, and a cop passes us and immediately turned the lights on, and he goes, "Did you turn the street glow on?"
Oh no! He's like, you didn't hit the street glow, did you? Oh
I thought
no!
it was the headlights.
So I was like, "Oh shit!" So I turned it off. He turns all of his headlights off, and turns all the lights off on the car, and we just whip down side streets and lose the cops, and we like pull into someone's driveway and duck down and like are still smoking the blunt. We're like hiding the cherry
Yeah.
of the blunt and waiting for the cops to go by, and he just like peeled out in reverse out of their driveway. We just drove the opposite way down the street and got away from him.
And you got away with it though?
Yeah, we got pulled over when the dash was all off, and like they thought we were meth heads that like took
Oh,
apart
yeah.
the car.
For no reason.
Yeah, or like it's stolen. They're like, we hotwired it or something. They're like, what the fuck is going on here?
when I first started the mini split business, I had to go up to Oklahoma multiple times to do jobs. One of them was because we just became legal up there to grow.
Yeah.
One dude was investing in a bunch of tiny homes, converting them into grow shops, and he called us up for our units. But I was hauling units in a 2005 Pontiac Vibe stick shift.
What? Oh yeah. What is that?
Pull that up. No,
Is that the Breaking Bad car?
Nope, that was
was
similar
the
to that.
Aztec.
Yeah, but the Pontiac Vibe was a car I knew about because my mom had one, and we were trying to find affordable ways to move these units.
Oh, that's
Oh,
like the
dude.
station wagon of the
Yes.
Aztec.
That's a mom car.
that
Also,
was my mom's car.
Pontiac is not. They don't even. Pontiac's not a thing anymore, right?
No, they got bought out or they got done. Even all those cars got switched over to like they became Subarus, I think. But
Oh, okay.
dude, so get this. I couldn't fit the units in the car in the box. So I had to take them all out of the box and put them in the car like that.
What's in the box?
And I drove from Texas. I left Texas at like 1 p.m. Got to Oklahoma because it was for maybe like 6 units. Got to Oklahoma 10 o'clock at night on a back road because he was out in the country outside OKC.
Right.
And I was just ready to go to sleep. So I had to take some of the units out. I pulled on the side of the road and pull them out and set them there. And then just slept in the car.
Wait, you had to make room so you could lay down?
Because the back, it actually, dude, those things will be a fun travel car. If you just had nothing to do, because the whole thing folds in, you could fit a mattress in the back, like a queen size.
It's the big
Okay.
station
In the
wagon,
back.
right?
Yeah, but it all folds down and drops in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, much like that back bottom right one in the middle. Go down right there.
Gotcha.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, look at all
And
this
all
space.
those
So you
seats
took
would
your-
drop down.
And you took your units out.
I took them out and I fell asleep in the back and I wake up to 2 a.m. at a knock and just 2 cops at my window and I'm like, oh fuck. And I didn't want to panic because if I started to move too quick, it might cause attention.
Now, but you weren't doing anything wrong.
I wasn't, but it
No, but it
technically
looked wrong.
it looked terrible because
Oh, it
they
looked
were
you
like,
stole them.
what are you doing?
Right.
I was like, I'm sorry, officer. We started a small business. I have an installation here tomorrow morning, and I just came here tonight to be on site and be ready for it. He's like, yeah, this is a place where like a lot of meth heads stay, so I don't know if you want to leave these right on the side of the road. And also, it looks kind of methy.
How much are those units worth?
This is a real methy energy type of situation we got going on here.
I mean, wholesale from the manufacturer, they're like $600-700. And yeah, no, I get that, but it was a cold time of year, so no one was just going to be wandering around, and they were tucked in the ditch, and I was pulled off to the side. But he came and they like questioned me because they're like, "What's the name of your business?" I was like, "You're not going to find it because it's brand new."
Yeah, we don't have the website
I'm
up yet.
giving them a Florida driver's license. I'm driving in a Pontiac with paper plates that still say Texas on them. I have units all over there, and thankfully I'm not like scabby. Otherwise, it would have been looking
Right.
really bad.
Why'd you have a Florida license?
I still got my Florida license, mainly just because it helps delay.
I'm going to get my Texas license
delays-
next week. I've lived here 3 years.
I have to get mine now because it expires next year.
Yeah, we all got to get a real ID.
Yeah.
I got it on my fridge to remind me.
No, I
think
got
I
it.
already have one.
I've had a real ID.
No. It's called Real ID.
Yeah, no, you can get one.
Does it have the
Texas
star
is
on
the
it?
last state to do it.
Google Real ID.
Yeah. It'll
So
have a
by
star.
by next May of 2025, you cannot fly without a passport or this ID.
Well, technically, you can fly internationally without an ID. That's the thing people
no,
forget.
no.
Yeah, it's got the
Yeah, it's
star.
got
I have the
already
star.
had that, Mason. You can always get one. You can get them from your
I
state.
thought it was a separate thing.
No, it's Real ID's been around
So
since
it just
like,
gives you. They just put a star on it.
They
Yeah.
started back in like 2019.
Count.
or
Look
I
at
got
that.
mine in
They have a
2019.
Yeah.
countdown to the Real ID enforcement.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
No, I
this
don't-
is moving towards China status.
No, well, they also might want
I
to
don't
do it
like
for
it.
like because they're trying to reestablish voter laws and everything, and you need a Real ID to vote.
Also, my
bless you.
Don't do it in the mic.
my
Bless you.
passport expires next year. I got lucky. So I had to get my the sticker for my truck.
Mhm.
You know it's like the thing in Massachusetts, except for it's a little different. You know how here in Texas, the Texas plates don't have tags on them.
The little
You-
corner sticker. in
Yeah,
the corner,
you don't do that here.
Yeah.
You just get that sticker.
Mhm.
So I went to get my sticker, and they wouldn't let me have it because I only had my driver's license, and it's from Arkansas. They're like, you have to either have a passport or a real ID or a Texas license.
I registered my car here. Is that
You
a new
should be-
thing?
So yeah,
Wow.
yep, because I did it last year with my Arkansas license,
Yeah.
no problem. This year they were like, nope, can't do it. You got to have a passport. And dude, I got so lucky. My passport expires next year.
Mhm.
They didn't give me a sticker for my truck when I bought it.
I know you got to do it. It's something you got to do.
No, fuck.
Wait, you don't have a sticker on your truck?
No, they didn't.
Oh,
give
you
me
got to do
Edit
that.
this out.
one. I won't do it.
Yeah, but dude,
can
so
tell me I got it.
Next year, I don't think you have to get stickers anymore.
I'm pretty
For
sure
real?
they
Yeah.
might have implemented that already because they did not. They sent me my plates and everything, and it didn't come with a sticker when I registered.
Because Ben Bowe hadn't had a sticker for years, and he had his engine light on. He didn't want to get it fixed. And I got in his car the other day, and I was like, "Oh, look at your sticker." Because I was driving his truck around illegally for a week when he was gone. He
What's
let me
he
borrow
drive?
it. It's
Oh, he's got that. That.
we'll just put all his
passenger-
business out
it's like
there.
a
It's an
passenger-
old 4Runner.
Yeah. that's
Oh,
it. I
you
like
said
those
truck,
Forerunners,
so I
dude.
was
Those
like-
bitches are
Well,
fun.
they're
Dude,
doing away with
foreigners.
the inspections. That's what it is. You don't
Yeah.
have to get inspections anymore.
because there's
So
too
does
many
that mean-
people coming. Like it's
so
too
does
many
that
inspections.
mean you don't have to get the sticker anymore?
I think
'Cause how will
because the
they
sticker's
know?
your registration,
Yeah,
but you just don't have to do.
Emissions and
an
all that.
inspection.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You don't have to
So
do
they
the
basically
inspection.
made it easier to get the sticker.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Which makes
also,
sense.
that's going to fuck over a lot of normal people because a lot of people aren't going to have insurance and just have the sticker.
What do you mean?
I
That's
think
not
you
gonna
still-
fuck over
you still have to
normal
have
people.
insurance.
You still have to have insurance to be on the
I
road.
think you gotta have headlights, seatbelts, and an airbag, and you're good to go. And then
Yeah.
get insurance.
But you'll still need insurance to drive. That's a national thing. That's not just state to state.
Here, I don't. Well, dude, you imagine all those. You know all those cars. I'm not trying to listen.
If you have
There's
a car
a lot
that
of cars in this town. I'm not
Yes.
going to say who's driving them, but they got
a lot of '93 Del
fake,
Sol.
a lot of fake dealer plates going on.
based on your accent, we already know who you're talking about.
you had the paper plates. What's the deal with those? Why
So
do you
They're
get
just
those?
Because-
temporary 30-day
so,
plates.
So in Massachusetts, they don't even. That's not even a thing.
No.
You can't leave the dealership if you buy a. So I bought that truck at a dealership in Massachusetts. They wouldn't. I couldn't leave without full coverage,
Yeah.
insurance, and then they give you the plate.
But that's an actual dealership thing as well, too. You have to. They'll give you all that on site.
But I'm
They'll
saying
just
here
upcharge
though,
you.
you could go to a used car, buy a used car, and they just print you out those fake tags,
Yeah.
that fake paper plate. And
Well,
what
it's
I'm
real,
saying
but
is, a
like,
lot
you
of
know.
people's cousins probably print those out for them, and they're just driving around with
Oh, dude,
temporary plates.
Over in Florida, they would. I mean, people just steal license plates to make them go with. They get a car that matches that plate, and then they'll be like, okay, hey, black Camaro, fuck it.
They go do
Steal that
drive-bys.
Well,
Dude,
no,
I-
they just steal them. So, like, if they get pulled over, doesn't matter. The plates match up and everything, but you report them stolen or some shit. I
Dude,
don't know how that.
one time when I was like 19 or 20, my tags expired on my first Silverado. I had an 04 Silverado, and my roommate had an 03 Silverado, but it was the same color
Mm-hmm.
or ish. His was. This is how I got caught. So his was dark gray. I didn't really even. I was in the midst of doing a lot of drugs at this time, and you know, a lot of Pepsi challenges were going on. And so I go, hey, let me, because he was out of town, and I go, can I have your license plate, and I'll put it on my truck just to be safe for now. So I'm like going out and I'm like delivering stuff and doing my thing, and I get pulled over by a state trooper, and the state trooper runs my plates, and he comes up to the window and he goes, so Mr. Sullins. And I was like, what? And he goes, Mr. Sullins? And I went, nah, it's Smith. I forgot that I had the fucking different plate on.
Oh, Jesus.
And he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. So that plate is registered to an 03, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is an 04. And also, this is black, and this plate is for a dark gray Silverado.
Wow.
He's like, I'm giving you a ticket for fictitious or fictitious tags.
Probably fictitious.
Fictitious.
You actually had it right. Hell yeah.
There's the title of the
tags.
episode right there.
And then, so I had, I was delivering stuff, but I had a little hidey hole in this truck. The cup holder would pull out, and that was where I would put all my drugs. And multiple times, cops would get mad at me because they'd go, I know there's drugs in there, I just can't find them. And like,
didn't have a canine unit? Like,
no, they never took that. Never, not once.
that's why privilege.
Yeah. Dude, one time my truck got searched for about 45 minutes during a snowstorm, and the other cop goes, Sarge, can we just go? Like, there's nothing in there. And he's like, no, trust me, there's something in here. I just can't find it.
That would happen to us in Massachusetts. And they'd like break our glove boxes and our back seats.
Oh,
and
they can
stuff.
do whatever they want, and it's all part of They can't, can't do shit about it. They
it
can
is what it
rip
is,
apart
yeah.
your whole
They
vehicle.
changed
and
a
not
lot in
give a fuck.
Massachusetts because they used to be able to do the smell test and just go off of that. And now that's not probable cause.
Well, because
okay.
a lot of people lied about it, though.
And
too.
it's also, Massachusetts has recreational weed now.
But this is back in like 05.
But so many
Right, no,
cops.
I'm just saying now, I get why they changed it.
Right.
I mean, but that's because they were checking. Some people were like, I'm taking this to court because I've never done drugs ever in my
Right.
life. I'm going to take a drug test because you're telling me I smell like it when I've never done it or
Right.
have people in it and shit like that. There was, when I've had that white Sierra truck, when I first bought that and I had that trailer I pulled behind it for
The one you
units.
busted the tire taking me to fucking Vulcan?
Yeah, don't worry. I don't drink and drive anymore.
Oh, dude. Dude.
Yeah, we'll go to that one next. I'm a distracted driver. All right, I got a lot of shit going on.
Bad. You're a bad driver.
I'm a great installer, number one salesman of my company. A lot of traffic tickets, but fuck
Can't
it.
drive for shit.
I can drive fine, okay? But the point is, this next story,
Texting, watching YouTube videos.
and that leads into the story.
I'm going to get
is-
there on time. Your AC is going to be covered in ditch mud.
Dude, I got pulled over. Well, I was coming back from Temple over to Houston. I was driving like 10 o'clock at night, too. I just bought a bag this week called Apple Fritter. Paid like $60 for it, I think. And it stunk great.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got done with the Memorial, 10 o'clock at night, driving through Texas. And I did start to smoke and drive at this time. I didn't before, but frankly, I was like, driving's funner when you're high. So it keeps you going. And apparently at one point, I was driving in nowhere-ass Texas and got pulled over because apparently I ran a stop sign. And I might have,
Apparently. I like how you say it as if you didn't.
and I guarantee you I probably was looking at my iPad when that was happening.
Your
I
iPad?
I have it Velcroed to my dash because I get messages and my calendar's there and my Spotify's there.
You got
So
a fake Tesla?
yeah.
pretty much, people thought it fits in so perfect. People thought I paid $60,000 for the
I got a
truck.
redneck Tesla.
I thought it was a part of the truck, and then he's like, no, and he pulls it off.
It's
I was like,
Velcroed
oh,
in.
shit.
It works great.
Velcro.
No, you'll see it on this one too. But
I had to get Velcro because the duct tape kept coming off.
Yeah.
dude, when I got pulled
My
over,
Gorilla Glue was wearing off.
no, when I got pulled over, I just got done smoking a joint too, but I flicked it out because I was done with it. And
They pulled you over.
3
for that?
minutes in, no, they didn't. Thankfully, they didn't see it, but they knew there was weed in there because 3 minutes after I got flicked it out was where I ran the stop sign. He pulls me over, and this is where the high is like setting in more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Hey, I see your insurance, and I'm trying to get into my Geico, but I'm too high and I can't remember my password, and I'm freaking out." And then he goes, "Is there weed in the car?" I didn't hesitate. I was like, "Yeah, there's weed in the car. Like you could smell this bag." And he's like, "How much is it?" I was like, "It's less than an eighth, like a joint less than an eighth." And
Wait, this is Texas, right?
yeah, Texas. This was a few months. This was like last year actually. And he's like, is there any other drugs in the car? And I knew there wasn't. Do I have permission to search it? I was like, go ahead. He let me keep my phone, and I had to go stand back by his cruiser. And I'm Googling, like, how much trouble can I get in right now for this? And apparently in some parts of Texas, you can still get jailed up to 6 months.
Yeah.
Travis County is under an ounce.
No, but this was in, like, country. This was, if we're looking at the map of Texas, if you go up towards east of Temple, I've
only been pulled over outside of Austin.
It is illegal for recreational use. Possession of up to 2 ounces is a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 180 days in prison. That's a little rough. And a fine of $2,000.
Yeah. And as I'm Googling all that shit, he's going through my whole truck, and, I was like, he's not going to find anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So then he comes back, and I still think I'm going to go to jail for a DWI because I stink like weed. I don't look high, but I'm feeling it. But he asks, what branch of the military were you in? And
hell yeah.
In my head, I'm just going like, fuck yeah, this is going to be fun.
Little did he know you never left Missouri or wherever
Minnesota,
you were
fucking ass. But this Arkansas, Alabama bitch.
You were in the Minnesota Navy.
Yeah,
I meant because
the Great Lakes Navy.
I meant because of where you were stationed. I thought you never left. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was stationed in Virginia, but then he's like, oh, what were you doing in there? Were you like special forces or medical? I was like, yeah.
Special ed forces.
Could have been. Should have been. I technically was because I was in deck department, which was pretty much for the special ed, but he's like, oh man, you got to be Marines or you got to be Marine or special forces or medical. That's who we worked with. Basically, the end of it, he's like, all right, well,
just calling you a pussy.
Pretty much. He was a Marine too, so there's a rift between the two, but
right.
He's like, all right, well, I'm going to take your weed and I'm just going to write you up for possession of paraphernalia because that's different than having drugs on you. That's just having like the stuff to do drugs.
Yeah, just a ticket.
It was like an $800 ticket. Oh. And for running a stop sign. Also, I was pulling that trailer, which had no running lights on it, no stoplights on it, a plate that expired 2 years ago.
Is this your house?
No, this was a 8x10.
Was this your house? Was this your mobile comedy club?
Yeah, if I get pulled over in that, I'm fucked. But
no, you could be
is
like,
that a gooseneck? That big trailer?
No, it's a pull behind. A gooseneck is like a fifth wheel. This was a hitch hookup. But yeah, and then he took that weed too, and I was like, damn, that was the most expensive bag I've ever fucking paid for.
$800.
Oh wait, by the way, so you said 60? Did you pay $60 for an eighth?
No.
Oh.
I can't name who sold it to me.
That's
but
fine.
Huh?
Apple fritter.
Apple fritter, and it smelled, dude. That shit smelled so good. Anyway, but
so.
That was the first, yeah. And after I pulled off, I was like, I did think, like, I wonder how that would have gone if I was black. I was like, I wonder.
Probably not the same way.
And that's where I like, white privilege to an extent does exist.
Dude, so me and JT are doing a show out in, was it
we were up in Temple, Killeen.
Killeen, that's right.
Yeah. Phantom Brewing.
Shout out to Alex Cunningham. He runs great shows. It was at this brewery of, it was a veteran brew. What was it called?
It's Phantom Brewing.
Yeah, and they were big on. It was a veteran-owned place.
Temple and Killeen have military bases. They're loaded with veterans and active.
And it was my first time headlining. First time doing 20 minutes. And
25.
25. And we both had great sets. It was awesome. Some fucking dickhead at the end of the show walks up and goes, "Hey, good shit," to me, and then goes, "Hey, just want to let you know he was good, but you were great."
I think he told you that to your face, though. He's like, you were funny, but he was funnier.
Yeah, right to my fucking face, and I'm like, all right.
You know what, Mason? I guess you should have served your country like I did.
Yeah. So
you wanted to go to college. I went to the military.
So JT's driving. This is in that white truck, and I had another show to get to at Vulcan, and he is just so distracted. He's fucking on his phone. Just doing shit, and I'm sitting there. I'm
doing that with this truck,
and I'm trying not to say anything because I know that makes it worse when someone's like bugging you when you're driving.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm trying not to say anything, and he's all over the road. He's not even drunk, and he just hits a curb, tire busts, goes flat, and then we're just stuck on the side of the road, pulled into someone's house.
I'm just,
and I'm like, and I'm so, and I'm like,
you pulled into a driveway?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have.
We hit like a curb on the side, and it almost pulled us in, but we got out.
And so I'm like, I'm so just annoyed and stressed out. But I wasn't gonna be mean about. I'm like, I'm gonna go down to this gas station.
He didn't let that show, which I am thankful for on that part.
Well, because I could tell you were obviously upset too.
And because I was being dumb. And frankly, I don't mind if people tell me like, "Hey, could you not be on your phone?" Because it does make me put me. I
Were
don't
you
mind
mad at
getting put in
yourself for
check.
not saying something?
I mean, no, because I didn't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna
He
go.
asked for the ride.
If someone's driving, like, I would have said something.
And I don't mind it. I've had people tell me like, "Hey, can you use two hands?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, sure."
So I walk down to a gas station and get like a couple tall boys and some beef jerky.
I gotta drink about this.
Yeah.
We're just pre-gaming for the tow truck to show up.
Yeah. So then like I get back and I just sat down. I just stood there and just drank fucking tall boys
And
while we waited for the tow truck guy.
And I
had
felt
friends-
shitty because I was like, he's gonna miss the show.
And I
because
didn't,
of
by the
me.
way, didn't miss the show. Made it to the show.
Oh, this is on the way to the show.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
was
I'd be-
maybe
I'd be
like 5
pissed.
miles after we left Phantom Brewing.
But we made it though. And
Made it
I've
back
had
in
friends swiping on Tinder while driving in a snowstorm, and I'm like, dude, you gotta stop right
Reel
now.
it in, bud.
yeah, that is fucking crazy. Like,
Or one of my friends just scrolls through Facebook looking for something
Dude.
interesting. I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
I've got a good friend in Waltham.
Yeah.
Who I love you, Jake, but God
Yeah,
damn it,
Joel?
he will scroll on Instagram
That's nuts.
while he's driving. And
See,
I'm
that's-
just-
We could tell stories. We can put the radio.
we can
on.
do anything but that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm such a paranoid driver. I won't even answer the phone if I'm driving.
Nah,
I'm
I
more
usually
paranoid
don't.
when I know I shouldn't be driving.
Dude,
at
when I
that time.
whenever I drive to Arkansas for Christmas,
Mm.
I won't answer texts. I won't answer phone calls
No.
until I stop.
I don't like
That's
doing it
the
at the
thing
red
about
lights
this-
either.
But that's the thing about this. Oh, go ahead.
So many people, you notice now when you're at like a left turn light, only like one or two cars gets through because everyone's on their phone
That
and they're not
pisses
finished.
me off so
Yeah, I go
fucking
nuts.
bad, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what else makes me? You know what else? I got two things that piss me off about stoplights. When someone doesn't fucking pull forward,
Yeah.
like when there's a huge when there's 3 car lengths of a gap
Yeah.
at a stoplight,
Mhm.
and you're just sitting here and probably fucking around on your phone. Oh, it drives me
When
nuts.
I had my Mini
Pull
Cooper,
forward.
I would swoop
yeah,
in.
get it
I
closer
would
at
cut
least. Get a
everyone
half
off.
car link.
With the Mini Cooper, I would catch people slipping at every red light, and I would just like cut in front of them and get through, make everything.
I also hate when you're at a left turn, right?
Mhm.
And it might not have the arrow. It might just be the green. I don't like it when people don't
Go.
pull in, because you know how you can pull up, and when it turns red, you're already there.
Yeah.
Boom. When people don't do that, that
Mhm.
fucking drives me nuts.
When they stop at the yellow.
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, man? You could have gotten 2 of us through.
Yes.
2 of us could have gotten through. You cocksucker.
Jesus.
Dude, and this is some of the worst drivers I've ever seen are here. Like
It's
the traffic
mainly-
is not as bad as Boston. I will admit
The
that.
traffic's not as bad as Boston,
But-
but this city's not built to handle the roadways. Dude, some of these streets are so fucking narrow. I don't know how people drive trucks down them. Like the ones over by my gym, it's literally like if you have an inch of a high, because they have like those high curbs and shit like that now.
Yeah.
This is either it's a 4-lane road, 2 going this way, 2 going this way. But unless you're driving 10 miles an hour, you cannot feel safe trying to
Dude,
haul ass through that.
MLK, right over here, when you're heading downtown to go towards 35,
Yeah.
that road is still very, very tight.
That's the road you hate the most?
That's probably my, yeah. I really, yeah.
I have a dream
That
to get
guy-
the fuck out of my way. Come on.
That goddamn Martin Luther King road.
Jesus, that just sparked it.
No wonder your laundry got stolen. You live.
Yeah,
Not my laundry.
MLK's never a
Mason's-
good neighborhood.
my-
Mason's
blanket.
pissed at my driving. I'm pissed at his walking. Okay, especially when I got to be his designated carrier and shit like that.
That was one time.
It was, hey, one's good enough for me,
It
buddy.
was one time.
One's good
Hey.
enough for me to know a time and be like, hey, what time is it? Mason wants to hang out. 1:30. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How long
that.
you been drinking?
Yeah, or more so, how you feeling right now?
Yeah.
Because we don't have to go down that story, even though I really want to tell.
What
it,
do you
but-
What do you feel like you're gonna vote for right now,
Yeah.
dude?
No,
One time, what are we? Are we good right now? What are we at? Okay, cool. So
How
we'll
long
do
is
about
that
10
from?
more minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I have an alarm set for 3:15 because I gotta leave.
Okay, we'll be done. What time is it now?
I have no idea.
3:11.
Oh,
Put
okay.
that on mute.
So, just real quick. So speaking of shitty cars,
Mhm.
when I was probably 17, maybe 18, and I had this. You know how you got that one friend whose parents will let you drink at their house?
Yeah, I never liked those houses. It always sketched me out.
Yeah,
The cool
it-
parents-
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The cool parents always end up on the news. At
Well,
some
so these
point.
were old parents. They
Okay.
weren't cool parents. They were just old
and they just think,
and just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Or they're. Oh, go ahead.
And so, do you remember UV Blue?
Yeah, dude,
The
that was
vo- the
every.
vodka?
That was
Oh,
every
man.
white girl's fucking go-to drink.
It was
in
also high school, just
was- that's-
kids
well,
in general.
Now it's like
But it was-
Pinnacle or something.
Pinnacle whipped and all
yeah,
that
they
stuff.
got
Yeah.
whipped cream now. and
UV
all
Blue is the one-
cupcake.
But oh my god, UV, yes.
But UV Blue, and that was what we used to
Could
buy.
you like put it under a black light or something? Was that the thing about it?
It just looked.
it was just
cool.
it was just easy to
And it-
drink.
Yeah, it
It's-
pretty much
yeah.
went down
Let's
like.
let's look
Yeah,
up
can we look up
UV Blue.
UV?
It went down like Boone's Farm, pretty much.
Oh, dude, you could, and it was 35%. Like it might have been 40. I don't.
Yeah, I think it glowed in the black light.
That
Go
that
to images. UV
that
blue vodka.
What's the stuff that you used
No,
to make
put
an
in
incredible?
UV blue vodka black light.
What's the stuff you used to make an Incredible Hulk? It'd be Hennessy and
Hypnotic.
that sweet drink.
Oh yeah, see?
Yeah, okay.
There's-
So
Oh no, someone
what
made a
drink
light
I'm
out of
talking
the
about?
bottle.
I know
That's
the
trash.
Incredible Hulk shit. I thought that was more
hey,
like.
look up ingredients for an Incredible Hulk.
It's,
thought that's
it's
what they threw
hypnotic and
absinthe in.
Hennessy.
Hypnotic. That's right.
Hypnotic,
That's right.
yeah.
So that was big too. So, anyways, me and my God.
That just looks like
turn
fucking
it off.
gut rot.
Ugh. So me and my buddy had a bottle of UV Blue, and he had this Jeep Cherokee that he had flipped, and it crushed the top, so he cut it off.
Yeah.
So it was just a Jeep Cherokee, and then where the doors were was all duct taped with padding because it was like real sharp,
Yeah.
and so it was just a convertible Jeep Cherokee with the pipes were cut off, so it had straight pipes,
Yeah.
loud like a monster truck. And we are shit faced. It's freezing cold. It's maybe January, February, and it would die sometimes while you were driving it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would just sort of cut off. So we're out. We are shit faced. I'm in the passenger seat with a blanket, and I got the bottle of UV Blue in my lap, and I'm just passing it back and forth between me and my buddy. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, so we're in this driveway of a house that we thought there was a party at, but no one was there. So we're like just sitting there, just trying to figure out the party. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, whoop whoop, cop behind us. I'm like, oh my God.
And you're in the driveway?
Yeah, we're just in this guy's in this house driveway. And my buddy just starts crying. And I'm like, I'm like, dude.
Dude, no, I would have been like, keep crying, bro.
I
They
was
won't
like-
fuck with us for sure.
I was like, dude, fucking stop. What are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to get another DWI. And I'm like, just pull it together. We might get out of this. And so he like, and, he wipes his tears. And the cop comes up and he's like, what are you boys up to? We're like, oh, we were at this, our buddy lives here. Thought there was a party. And he's like, I'm not. And I was the one talking. And he goes, Bill.
We're at the finish line here.
Bill.
No, it's okay.
All right.
There you
So
go.
so I'm the one, I'm doing the talking, and he goes, I'm gonna need you to just shut your mouth, and I'm gonna need you to start talking to my buddy that's in the driver's seat, and he goes, yeah, I mean, I live right there, Bill.
no, keep going.
Finish
Fuck
your
it.
story.
He's like, I live right there, and we're just out having fun, nothing, no big deal. And the cop just was like, I'm gonna follow you boys to your house. So as the cops running the plates, I literally was like, better drink up, dude. We're going to jail. And so we start just drinking the vodka while the cop is behind us. We're drinking this vodka, and he's like, hey, he's coming. I put it back under the blanket, and the cop goes, you know this thing doesn't have any insurance. And my buddy goes, no shit.
His confidence came reeling back.
And so,
He went from crying to
after the vodka
just
shots.
crying to cocky.
So, dude, this cop goes, I'm going to follow y'all home. And my buddy's like, oh, all right, cool. So we get the Jeep started. We're driving back, and we're more drunk now because we were drinking it while he was behind us. And I go, dude, you should pull over and fuck with him. and he goes, all right. So he just pulls over and kills the Jeep. The cop goes to get out of his car, and he starts it, and he drives off.
What?
And so we did that like twice.
No way.
Yeah, the cop just let it happen, and we make it back, and made it back to his house, and he puked all over his parents' porch, and it was all blue.
Oh, God.
It was just all blue puke, and then he just kept crying because he got a ticket.
Could have been worse.
Yeah,
Could have been a lot worse.
I can't believe I couldn't. We were 16 or 17.
Yeah.
He probably just was like, I mean, here's the thing. The dude capitalized on that cockiness after he said, no shit, pull over, keep going, pull over, keep going.
Did it twice.
This cop was like, fuck these kids.
I think
fuck
that
these kids.
I think that the cop didn't want to deal with it.
He probably just was not.
I think
Shout out.
Was he an old dude?
White privilege.
Is that, dude? That's
Well,
going to be the name of the episode.
Yeah.
White privilege.
Shout out.
White privilege, please.
All right. Well, you guys want to do plugs?
Yeah, we can run some. Jesse?
You can find me here on the High Noon Podcast. I'll take over while Nick's gone.
No, let me fill in.
All right.
Nah, fuck that.
I am doing 2 guests every episode now, so.
You can find me on all platforms at JT_Stockman, or you can see me every Friday and Saturday after January for Lucy's Comedy Club in New Braunfels, Texas.
January.
I just got the word today. We're closing down for renovations, but it's a hot room. Ask Mason. Jesse,
It
you
is
were invited,
really cool.
but the you can find me every Friday and Saturday there. And also, how many listeners you got?
Not enough.
Either way, if you want something made or built, just DM me at JT_Stockman on Instagram.
Yeah, if you get some random bullets,
I'm not going
and
to
barbed
charge
wire
you unless
laying
you
around.
like it. That's it. Dude, I live in
Also,
Bath.
thank you for making that. I fucking love that thing.
Oh yeah, no, I've made a gun safe, I've made an RV, I've made a lot of shit. It's a good time, but
And Rylan, you wanna plug your band?
Battle of ATX. We're going to be down in San Antonio in December for a tribute fest.
what day?
And by the way,
Oh, wait, shit. Corpus.
Battle of ATX. Check them the fuck out. They are fucking awesome. Rylan shreds.
If you like Rage Against
It
the
really
Machine,
is
you'll
cool
love
as
us
shit.
because we just play
you ever
Rage
seen
Against
them?
the Machine.
No.
No,
Dude.
I've missed every show.
I've seen Ryland a lot. I never introduced myself because I don't know that with love. But now that I'll dab you up when I go in Vulcan now.
I mean,
We're
I
good.
just hang out in my little box in
Little
the back.
box.
Like, I recognize everybody, but I'm just...
Right.
Ask him where the bathroom is. He loves that.
Yeah.
right there.
Hey,
bitch.
also, he loves when you go in the sound booth.
Yeah, and try to order a drink from him.
Please, for the love of God, when somebody's on stage, ask me if I'm the DJ. Please.
For $100, he'll let you DJ for 5 minutes.
Ask him how much time the host is doing.
Ask him where the light is.
yeah.
Holy shit!
But yeah, so check all of us out. Follow please subscribe to the YouTube channel, The High Noon Podcast, and I'll be with Casey Rocket on December 12th at Laugh Boston.
Let's go.
Featuring for him if you're up there. Also check out Drooling Banjos, my other podcast. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, I still got something made for you on that.
Yeah, and thank
I
you.
want to
guys
go
for
on that
coming
podcast. You guys don't have
No,
guests?
they don't have guests,
No.
man.
I want to go
on
because it's just everyone making fun of you. I can do that. For an hour.
Dude, I've
Please have me
I've
on.
already took a few jabs during this whole set, so
Yeah.
we're good. But
Well, luckily I have thick skin because I was a welder for 11 years.
that blue collar life, son.
All right, thank you guys for listening.
Peace.
Howdy, partner. Thanks for tuning in to High Noon with that wily coyote, Mason Smith. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on all platforms. We'll see you next week on the Dusty Trail for more hijinks and fun.